2016 party. Please remain standing for the introduction of the platform party. It is my honor to introduce the members of the Platform Party, starting with Alan Boudreau, Visiting Clinical Assistant Professor. Genevieve Tokic, Assistant Professor. Morse Tan, Associate Professor. Meredith Stange, Director of Legal Writing. David Rosenfeld, Assistant Professor. Michael Oswalt, Assistant Professor. Paul Kane, Clinical Professor. Melody Mitchell, Director of Alumni Events and Public Relations. Colleen Baraka, Clinical Assistant Professor. Wendy Hinton Vau, Clinical Assistant Professor. Gina Hunter, Director of Academic Success. Heidi Kuehl, Director of the Law Library and Associate Professor. Anita Madali, Director of Clinics and Associate Professor. Annie Mentowski, Head of Reference and Research Services and Assistant Professor. Dan McConkey, Assistant Professor. Therese A. Clark, Deputy Director of the Law Library and Associate Professor. Yolanda King, Associate Professor and Director of Faculty Development. Jeffrey Parness, Professor Emeritus. Brent Ames, President, NIU Law School Alumni Council. James Zenayed, Student Trustee, NIU Board of Trustees. Robert Jones, Associate Professor. Kathleen Coles, Associate Dean for Student Affairs and Associate Professor. Mark Falkoff, Acting Associate Dean and Associate Professor. Elvia Areola, Professor Emerita. John Walton, Professor Emeritus. Matt Pfeiffer, Vice Chair, NIU Law School Board of Visitors. Eric Dannemeyer, Incoming Dean and Professor of Law. Mark Strauss, Chair, NIU Board of Trustees. Dr. Lisa Freeman, Executive Vice President and Provost, Northern Illinois University. Vincent Cornelius, NIU Law alumnus and President-elect of the Illinois State Bar Association. Mark Cordes, Interim Dean. And I am Greg Anderson, Director of Career Opportunities and Professional Development.
You may take your seats. Good afternoon. I'd like to welcome you to the 2016 commencement ceremony of the Northern Illinois University College of Law. I am Mark Cordes, Interim Dean of the College of Law, and it's my distinct honor to preside over the ceremony today. The faculty and staff of the College of Law are pleased that you're able to join us here in this celebration honoring the accomplishments of our graduates. I also want to acknowledge the presence and support of Vice President and Provost Lisa Freeman, Chairman of the NIU Board of Trustees Mark Strauss, James Zenayed, a member of the Board of Trustees. We also have the Vice Chair of the College of Law Board of Visitors, Matt Pfeiffer, and Alumni Council President Brent Ames. Today, an accomplished and dedicated group of men and women are here to receive their law degrees. As families and friends, you are also earning the degree along with the graduates. Get right. For without all the support, caring, and love that you have given them, their journey would not have been possible. This most certainly is a special day for all of you as well. So let's give these family, friends, and significant others a richly earned round of applause. You will notice that many of our graduates will be wearing cords of different colors today. These cords are meaningful to our graduates as they symbolize pride in their achievements and their various connections to the NIU Law School community. The meaning of each color cord is noted in the back of your program. It is a special honor for me to preside over this commencement ceremony today for the class of 2016 because I have grown to know you in several different contexts. I had the privilege of teaching property to each and every one of you as first-year students, where we navigated the elements of adverse possession, tried to decipher the meaning of a springing executory interest, and tackled what is without a doubt the single most difficult legal concept in all of law school, if not all the law, the dreaded rule against perpetuities. In the second year, I had the privilege of teaching almost all of you Constitutional Law 2 and other classes. And of course, this final year, I've come to know you from a different perspective as dean, and I've come to appreciate you in new ways. Your support of me and your support of the law school this past year has made my job so much easier than it might have otherwise been. Through these 3 years, I've come to know you as a class that is focused, smart, dedicated to service, and yes, a class that likes to have its fair share of fun. Perhaps a little bit too much on occasion. More importantly, though, I've come to know you as a class that supports each other, that looks to the common good, a class that defines success not only in terms of what you can accomplish as an individual, but also what you can accomplish together. And I hope that you carry that characteristic with you as you move forward, not only in the weeks ahead as you prepare for the bar exam, but also as you begin your varied careers. That you continue to support and be there for each other, and of course that you'll be there for the NIU College of Law. And know this for certain, the College of Law will be there for you. Class of 2016, it has been an honor knowing you both as a professor and as a dean, and I look forward to continuing our relationship for many years to come. Thank you. It is now my distinct pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker for today, Vince Cornelius, President-elect of the Illinois State Bar Association. In less than 3 weeks, President-elect Cornelius will be sworn in as the president of the ISBA, an association that represents more than 32,000 attorneys across the state of Illinois. In doing so, he will make history, becoming the first African American to lead that organization in its 140-year history. President-elect Cornelius is currently the principal of the law offices of Vincent Cornelius, with offices in Wheaton and Joliet, where he concentrates his practice in the area of civil and criminal litigation. He began his career as an assistant state's attorney in DuPage County and was later an associate with the law firm of James D. Montgomery and Associates. I'm very pleased to say that President-elect Cornelius is one of our own, having received his JD degree from Northern Illinois University College of Law in 1989. He received his bachelor's in business administration in 1986 from the University of St. Francis, where he was an academic All-American athlete. President Cornelius has held numerous leadership roles in the state, including serving for a number of years on the Governor's Commission on Criminal Law Reform and also serving as chancellor for the Illinois Academy of Lawyers. In 2008, he made history by becoming the first African-American president of the Illinois Bar Foundation. In 2011, he was appointed as an at-large member of the ISBA Board of Governors to provide leadership opportunities for underrepresented segments of the association. His many honors include being an Illinois Super Lawyer in 2015, the Distinguished Service Award from Northern Illinois University, the Outstanding Alumni Award from the College of Law, the Evers Award from the NAACP, and the Martin Luther Jr. Journey Award from the University of St. Francis. On a more personal note, though, I have known Vince not only as an excellent student and lawyer, and as we were talking about earlier today, an exceptional basketball player when he was in law school, but as someone committed to a better and more just society. He has been a tireless advocate for a more diverse bar and has been a mentor to countless young attorneys as they enter practice. He is truly a person and a leader committed to making the world a better place and to use his law degree to that end. It is with enormous pride that I present our commencement speaker today, the next president of the Illinois State Bar Association, Vincent Cornelius.
Good afternoon, Dean Cordes. I was not just making a point there. To Dean Cordes and to the graduates, to the families who have committed so much to helping the graduates get to this day, good afternoon. It is, I've been so busy with so many things that I did not imagine what I would be reminded of as I walked into this room and I saw you, the graduates, sitting there. And one of the things that I have been invited here to do is to share with you a few words of wisdom. And that seems odd to me to share with you who have just finished all of your law school classes a few words of wisdom, because I know that having finished all of your law school classes, you already know everything. Well, if you laughed at that, let that be the last lawyer joke you ever laugh at. In fact, if someone tells you a lawyer joke, give them that blank stare like they're stupid, especially if the one who is telling that joke is a lawyer, and even more especially if the person telling that joke is a doctor. 27 years ago, when I sat where you sit, Northern Illinois University College of Law was a fledgling law school. It was not yet 15 years old. Heck, I was 22 years old. The law school was not as old as me. The pride I saw then in my late mother's face was as important to me as the degree that I would receive that day. I recall May 27th, 1989, 27 years ago yesterday, as a beautiful, sunny day. And I recall that as I sat where you sit now, like some of you, I did not yet have a job. What I did have, though, at the time was the fashionable haircut of the day. It was called the high top fade. And if you don't know what the high top fade is, and if you haven't seen my law school picture over in the law school, it is the hair that's cropped very close on the side, and it rises high from the top, on the top of the head. I now liken it to a dunce cap without the cone on the top. And this cap now conceals a shaved head. After the ceremony, I recall opening my degree, and when I pulled it from the tube, also enclosed in the tube was a copy of my law school transcript. And I was reminded immediately as I looked at it that I struggled in my first semester for a lot of reasons that were beyond my control, and I won't bore you with the details of that for brevity. But it also reminded me of how I fought back and how I did well after that first semester. In hindsight, as I look back, I wonder if the fact that I did not yet have a job could be attributed to the fact that I struggled in my first semester and that high top fade haircut. I had already began to think of the inevitable bar exam, and I thought of it with it caused a doom and gloom to come over my spirit. It felt like the first year of law school again, 2.0. Don't allow yourselves to feel that way today. Enjoy the day. 4 days after I was sworn in as a lawyer, I was sworn in as an assistant state's attorney in DuPage County. And it was later announced on the front page of the DuPage Daily Herald that I was the first African American to ever achieve that position. And so as I stand here today on the verge of becoming the 140th president of the Illinois State Bar Association, as I contemplate what has happened over these last 27 years, it causes me to ask the question of myself, what have I learned? And what have I learned that I might share with you? Well, I came here today to share one primary thought. And that one primary thought is that the thing that I have learned is the power, the very power of the word definition. And there is power in definition. And as you sit here today and as you embark on the profession, it's going to be so important to decide how it is that you will be defined. In fact, it will be so important to define yourself as a lawyer, to define yourself as a representative of our profession. When I think about how I am defined and where I stand today, I can't help but juxtapose it against how I came into this world. In 1964, I was born on May 1st, 7 months after my father was killed in a tragic car accident. And because I was born in May of 1964 and the Civil Rights Bill did not pass until July of 1964, I was born in the Negro ward of in Arkansas, Jefferson County Hospital in Pine Bluff, Arkansas. Now, when I look at that situation, there were many reasons that I could have been defined in many different ways, in many more pessimistic ways than how I see myself today. But the truth is, I never saw myself as disadvantaged. I never saw myself as a person to be pitied. In fact, by the time I was a 10-year-old, after watching a version of Perry Mason, I was sure that I wanted to be a lawyer. But what I began to do even then was to define myself as a lawyer. When I looked up the word definition, and I looked up the word define, what I saw consistently was the word boundary, the word boundaries. And the truth is, I believe in very tight boundaries when it comes to issues of reputation. And I encourage you to do the same. But I believe in very loose boundaries, or no boundaries at all when it comes to issues of what you are capable of achieving and are capable of accomplishing. Going forward, know that the character of anything that is large in stature is also magnified. When you are a lawyer, whether you realize it or not, in society, it is a big thing. And so whatever your character is, it will be magnified. You know what you call a person who is a big person and who is a jerk? What do you call them? You call them a big jerk. And the fact that he or she is a big person is magnified. The truth of the matter is, the boundaries that you choose to set and the boundaries that you fail to set will be what defines you. I read recently a quote from Seattle Seahawks quarterback Russell Wilson, who was defined as not tall enough. In response to that, Russell Wilson said, "My height does not define me. My height does not define my skill set. To be a great quarterback, you have to have great leadership, great attention to detail, and relentless competitive nature. And I try to bring that on a daily basis." A well-known playwright and actor said, "Accept no one's definition of your life, but define yourself." I have become very proud of how the once fledgling NIU College of Law is now defined. In fact, it is now defined as a highly competitive school by its admission standards, as a top law school in the area of government and public interest. In her short 41 years, she has graduated more than 90 judges. She has produced many of the premier trial lawyers in the state of Illinois. NIU grads have defined themselves as jurists, senators, partners in large law firm, public servants, law firm founders, leaders of the entire profession. While I will be the first African American to serve as president of the Illinois State Bar Association, I will be the third president of the Illinois State Bar Association who hails from the Northern Illinois College of Law. And 2 years from now, my friend James McCluskey, who currently serves as the second vice president of the Illinois State Bar Association, will take the helm. We NIU alums have defined ourselves as skilled lawyers, as having a tenacious work ethic, and a willingness to serve. As president-elect of the State Bar and in many places where I have served in leadership, I often find myself with other state bar leaders and Supreme Court justices and dignitaries, and so the conversation always arises, where did you go to law school? And when people start saying that they attended Yale and Harvard and Princeton and Cambridge, with the same pride that they say that, I say Northern Illinois University College of Law. And I mean it when I say to them that if you ever find yourself on a football team, football field with the Huskies, or in a courtroom with a graduate of NIU College of Law, you are in trouble. You are going to lose, or you are going to barely escape. And I get a kick out of saying that. So I say all that to say, know that you are joining a proud tradition of NIU College alums. I am told that there are 88 of you in this graduating class. That means that one of you will be ranked number 88 in this class. And I say that to say to you, whoever that person is who is ranked number 88, while we're talking about this issue of definition, do not allow that to define you. In fact, I will go so far as to say that when you pass the bar exam, they're going to have a nickname for you. You know what that is? Lawyer. Daily, the media shows us a world that has become defined by rancor and incivility, a world where withholding available and vital information has become the norm, where wealth and power trump dignity and integrity. While this defines business and politics in America, this mindset must never define our profession. And you must never allow it to define you. And ultimately, we are defined by the choices that we make, by the words that we speak, by the actions that we take, and much more than we realize we are defined, much more than we realize we're defined by the words that we fail to speak, the actions that we fail to take. Before you now, graduates, is a blank sheet of paper, a fresh start, an opportunity to draft anew and afresh on that blank sheet of paper, to define your future as lawyers, how you choose to define it going forward, regardless of what has happened in the past. If you did extremely well and you have that great job, congratulations to you. Make the best of it. If you would like to have done better in law school and you don't have that job yet, remain vigilant. Keep your reputation intact. Remember what these people who sit around you think about you, believe about you, know about you. If you lost any confidence while you were in law school, you're going to walk across this stage soon, and eventually you're going to be handed a degree. Remember that your mom is right about you. Your grandmother is right about you. The people at your church are right about you. The people who love you are right about you. You are capable of doing great things in this profession. Yank back and take back this confidence. I challenge you to use this clean slate and to use this clean slate well. Design and define yourselves well. This is the 7th time that I have had the privilege of giving a commencement address, and I always like to close it the same way. And I like to conjure up the vision of when you are in a restaurant and you are waiting and you are waiting and you are hungry and you are smelling the food in your favorite restaurant. And finally, someone comes to you who works in the restaurant and they say to you, your table is ready. Class of 2016, congratulations to you. Your table is ready.
Thank you, Vince. Those are great words. Every year, the graduating class chooses one of its members to deliver a farewell address on behalf of the class. And this year, it is my distinct pleasure to invite to the podium Crystal McNeely as a student speaker for the class of 2016.
Thank you. You know, I felt like I was at church because Mr. Cornelius was taking my speech. But thank you. Thank you, Dean. Thank you, professors. Thank you, Mr. Hold on. Make sure my hair looks okay. No man or woman becomes great on their own. The people around them help to make them greater. Today, before I get started, I want to take a moment and honor every mother, father, sister, brother, aunt, uncle, friend, cousin, confidant that has supported someone from the class of 2016. Fellow graduates, please help me in honoring our families who have helped us get to this moment. Our greatness is truly shared with the ones who have supported us. Come on, y'all, stand on y'all feet and give them a standing ovation. Y'all can do better than that. Come on. You may be seated. We at church for real. Ladies and gentlemen, my speech today is a simple one that can be summed up with one question. Will you be a hero? A hero is someone who lives their life for the future success of another. Do heroes all look the same? Thankfully, no. We live in a society today that does not celebrate individuality. They tell us that we are not considered great unless you make this amount of money, you live here, drive this, marry him or her, or look like this. I'm here to tell you that I'm fed up with what society defines as greatness. And I want to relieve you, class, of that pressure. Greatness is not defined by the titles you hold or the view from your corner office. While those things are nice, it is more so about the impact that you make on this world and your answer to one simple question. So let me ask each and every one of you, are you a hero? Class of 2016, I believe we are about to receive one of the most powerful, impactful degrees on earth. This simply because of the responsibility it carries. It is a responsibility that should be respected, cared for, and carefully cultivated. We, the NIU College of Law class of 2016, whether we like it or not, will be a beacon of hope for men, women, boys and girls in our pipeline who may not believe that they are capable of accomplishing what we have. To those coming behind us, we will be a hero. Some of you will be heroes in the courtroom. Someone will be a hero in the boardroom, since some will even be a hero in the state capitol. But let me caution you, this power, our power, can be like a TNT, be dangerous. It's dangerous a thing to hold this power and not recognize it. Imagine a hero who does not use or even acknowledge their abilities. Superman riding the bus instead of flying. Spider-Man knitting a sweater with a hidden powerful web. X-Man shooting the breeze with Magneto while he storms the White House. You see, this is personal to me. I have two nephews who love superheroes. Some of their favorite include Ninja Turtles, Spider-Man, and maybe Batman, depending on what day it is. But imagine this from their perspective. What if Spider-Man, thinking he could be Superman and never slinging his powerful crime-stopping web? What if the Hulk, thinking he is Iron Man, trying to fly? Picture this, Spider-Man, again, at his home in his dear sweet May's basement. He gets that spidey ting when he heads to the window, but instead of shooting his web, he stands and says, I believe I can fly. But dog, he jumps and fails to his own demise. Would they still be considered heroes? Or picture the Hulk, tired of morphing into a huge green powerful beast. Turning green, he decides he needs a suit like Iron Man. He gets a call but races on to put this suit of heroism that he was not created to fit. Is he a hero? Unfortunately, in both these hypotheticals, the answer is no. Neither Spidey nor the Hulk would be considered heroes, but why? It won't be because they weren't designed to be one. It won't be because they didn't intend to be one. Instead, it will be because they failed to grasp who they were. They didn't recognize their own individual strengths. Shooting a web or turning green on command, their special characteristics are what make them who they are. That's what makes them a hero. Take a moment and think about the person you look up to the most. Take a moment, I'll wait. For some, it may be your mom, a dad, a teacher, or even a mentor. For me, I think about the great American leaders, Thurgood Marshall, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Harriet Tubman, Abraham Lincoln, John F. Kennedy, Mark Zuckerberg. Y'all know y'all like Facebook. But now imagine that person, the person you look up to, giving up before they reach their fullest potential. What happens to you? Who do you model your life after? Envision Martin Luther King saying, "I have a dream, but I can't do it. I can't lead this country and ignite hope to a race of people and demand equality for all." If it weren't for him grasping hold of his heroism, understanding his call and purpose, and igniting hope in others, I wouldn't be able to stand here today. I have to tell you, I stand before you today guilty of the crime of not recognizing who I am. I've oftentimes failed to acknowledge or even see the hero I could become. I wish I could tell you that I've always knew who I was and understood my heroism. I started college on an academic high. I just knew that I knew I was going to be the doctor, a future pediatrician saving the children of this world one appointment at a time. I even had my loving mother make me a lab coat and everything with my name on it. Y'all know I like educational paraphernalia. I was going to save the children of the world, but that was until my .75 GPA earned me an exit ticket right out of my first college. I know, take it in. Shocked, hurt, and ashamed. I gave up. I didn't think I was worth an education. I thought I was stupid and less than every successful person that I had ever seen. But guess what? That wasn't the end of me. That was just the beginning. Thankfully, after much encouragement from mentors and family, I picked up my bruised ego, returned to school. 5 majors, 3 colleges later, I graduated and hoofed off to the world of work and social services. For me, that was the field to be in. Through my own trials, I felt that my heroism centered on encouraging others to be their best and fighting for those with no voice. I loved my work, but yet I still felt unfulfilled. So what's next for that social worker hero who felt unfulfilled? Well, hello, a law degree. Let me be honest with you. When I entered law school, I was insecure. I wasn't sure I had the resources or even the ability to make it in the halls of NIU Law School, more or less graduate. And let me tell you, that first semester, it was a struggle. I had no clue what I was doing. A tort? Elements of a contract? What the what? But you know what I did? I wrote myself a letter. In my letter, I reminded myself of those children who I had seen suffer in the system. I reminded myself of those young people, those babies who lacked the resources to obtain a substandard education, more or less a good one. Young men and women who had the potential to be great, but no one to look up to, no one to model themselves after. I reminded myself of those families I had seen lose their children for small infractions, small indiscretions, victims of systems set up for their demise. And here's what I did with that letter. On those nights when fee simple was anything but simple, and contracts almost drove me to consideration up out of here, or secure transaction made me want to lose my own collateral, I read that letter. Would I be that hero who gave up on my individuality, forget that special superpower of helping others, and try to be something or someone else, leaving the youth that I'm purposed to impact without a mentor, without a role model, left thinking that they can't do it? No, I wasn't. Today, I stand before you graduating with my law degree, completing my MBA in the fall. I was that kid on the verge of quitting, the kid with the .75 GPA thinking I failed at life. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here living proof of a girl who needed a hero to tell me that I could do it. I stand here today not because of my own efforts, but because of men and women who have seen something special in me and told me I can do it and I was worth fighting for. I don't say this to boast. I don't say it to make myself more than what I am. I say it to encourage you. I want to encourage our class and everyone in this auditorium who may feel like you can't reach that dream that you've thought about. For the class of 2016, we believed we could be a lawyer. And today, everyone here is witnessing that dream come true. For others, maybe you thought about going back to college, getting your master's or PhD, or starting up your own business. I want to look at you and say, don't you quit. Don't you dare be that hero who gives up on a dream and leaves a child in your pipeline wondering if they can do it. Your individual story, your struggle, your journey are specially designed to inspire someone else. To everyone here, I leave you with one assignment. Go home, write yourself a letter, and describe why you started this journey. Outline the hero you are meant to be. Class of 2016, y'all know how to outline. During bar prep, when you may feel like giving up, don't you quit. Don't you second guess who you are made to be. Work hard, finish strong, not because you need to, but because you are a hero. Class of 2016, an amazing class of heroes. I salute you and your accomplishments as of this, that, and in the future. To every person in this room, I challenge you. Do your homework. I ain't gonna check, but do your homework. Write your letter. Define your heroism. Define your passions. Discover who you are. And don't leave the future generations wondering who they can look up to. Be their hero. Your individuality. I'm gonna try that one more time. And we're back. Your individuality is yours. You might as well use it. Thank you. We made it. Thank you. Before I introduce the Professor of the Year, I would like to honor all of our professors, staff, and faculty members who have helped us reach this point. People like Miss Melody, Miss Julie, Lisa, Tita, Leanne, and many, many more who have helped up with us on a daily basis, helping us do our organization jobs. They too deserve honor today. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me in giving our professors, staff, and faculty members a round of applause. But today, I have the honor of introducing the Professor of the Year. This man knows more movie quotes than I've watched movies. This is a man who demonstrates his heroism on a daily basis, always lending a helping hand, encouraging word, and a loving smile. A man who isn't afraid to break down the conflict of laws, explain personal versus subject matter jurisdictions, and light the way through the murky waters of antitrust. With that, I ask the class of 2016, our family and friends, to help me honor and introduce the Professor of the Year, the one, the only, hero, Professor Robert Jones.
Thank you, Crystal. Congratulations. I have to say, purple looks good on you. Purple is the color of JD. That's why your tassels are purple. Your hoods are purple for JD and red for NIU. My school had purple as their color, so I only get purple, just purple and purple. Yours are much more interesting. And yours look better. Thank you for everything. Thank you for paying my salary, among other things. Fortunately, we're much less expensive than other schools, so thank you, Illinois taxpayers, right, as well. Some of you look too young to pay taxes, but thank you to the rest of you. This group is well worth the investment. This group is going to do great things for Illinois. You should be very proud of them. I am. I know law school is challenging. I know you sacrificed a lot to get here, and it's been my privilege to help you as many ways as I could, as best as I could within my limitations. There is no finer group of people, in my opinion, or better group of people to work with than you. So thank you for that. This is the magical day. this is the magical day when you become lawyers. You're going to get the hood put on you. You'll get the degree, and then the provost will say some words. I don't know. I don't. She knows the incantation. It's something like, "Your by the powers invested in me." And then, bam! In that moment, you will be lawyers. In that moment, that is a magical moment. That is a tremendous moment. Lawyers are you can pass the bar and become an attorney, but today is the day when you become a lawyer. And lawyers are leaders in our society. And each one of you has earned that position in our society, earned that position in our world. Today, you're joining a profession today, a profession of Lincoln and Gandhi and Thurgood Marshall and Atticus Finch and 25 of the 44 American presidents. But with great power comes great responsibility. Right? That's a movie quote. That's from Spider-Man. I had to work one more in for you. So today's turning point. Today is where you leave law school behind and start your life as a lawyer. So I hope there are a number of things you take with you from law school. I hope you take with you the law, the various things you've learned. I hope you also take with you the relationships you built. I hope you take with you a lot of the friendships the close friendships that you've made. It reminds me of a song one of the best American poets today wrote. Wiz Khalifa, I'm talking about. So I'm just going to take a few snippets from it. We've come a long way, right, from where we began. Had to switch it up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place. And what's small turns to a friendship turns to a bond, and the bond will never be broken, and that love will never get lost. So I hope you're able to maintain those friendships, or the close ones you've got, and keep that for the rest of your life. I hope there's some things by contrast you're able to give up. We all have scar tissue of various kinds from law school. I hope you're able to let that go. You know, don't let anything from law school hold you back or weigh you down. Law school, the whole point of law school is to empower you to do things in the future, right? What matters is now. Now is what matters. You're all getting the same degree today, and so from this day forward, what matters is what you choose to do at that degree from now on. So you're getting the same degree that every other lawyer has. So don't let any other lawyers try to intimidate you or push you around. There's no better group of lawyers than the ones here, and we trained you. Right? You're our guys. Right? Remember that. You'll always be our guys. So I'm proud of you. I'm proud of your determination and your character. Those are the things that will be as important to your success as a lawyer as anything else you've ever learned. And so I'm going to miss you. I'm going to miss seeing you in class, in the hallways. But I'm so glad I get and thankful that I get to share today with you. We're colleagues now. We're colleagues in the law. So go get them. Okay. I love you. 2016. Congratulations.
Thank you, Crystal and Professor Jones. I would now like to introduce Associate Dean for Students, Kathy Coles, who will announce the winners of those receiving Academic Achievement and Excellence Awards.
It is my pleasure to announce the names of those graduates from the class of 2016 who are receiving Academic Achievement and Excellence Awards. If your name is announced for honorable mention, please stand and be recognized by your family, classmates, and friends. If your name is announced as an award winner, please come up and shake hands with Dean Cordes and have your photograph taken. With that, we begin with the David Peskind Memorial Award, which is presented to Bree Simculette. This award is generously provided by the Peskind Law Firm of St. Charles, Illinois, for the member of the graduating class who has done the most outstanding work in the area of family law. The Ruddy, King, and Peterson LLC Bankruptcy Prize goes to Joshua Eckberg. This prize is awarded annually to the student who has achieved the highest grade in the bankruptcy course. The prize is donated by the law firm of Ruddy, King, and Peterson through the auspices of Lincoln King, who is a graduate of the class of 2003. The Francis G. Mays Prize goes to Maureen Dowling. This prize was established in the honor of a distinguished member of the DeKalb County Bar and is awarded to a member of the graduating class for outstanding achievement in courses that focus on criminal law, criminal procedure, and evidence. The Brian and Tamara McGuff Prize is awarded to Matthew Palucki. This prize is made available through the generosity of Brian McGuff, a 1990 alumnus of the College of Law, and goes to the member of the graduating class who's done the most outstanding work in the sequence of corporate courses. The Brewster Parker Award is presented to Samantha Albrecht. Established in memory of a distinguished member of the Illinois Bar and former chair of the Illinois Board of Regents, this award is presented annually to a member of the graduating class in recognition of outstanding achievement in courses focusing on property, real estate, and land use law. The Helene and Edward Fioretti Award is presented to Ricky Lee Moser. This award was established to honor the parents of Robert Fioretti, a member of the class of 1978. It is given each year in recognition of outstanding achievement in courses that focus on professional responsibility and ethics. The Paul R. Vella Criminal Law Award is awarded to Austin Davies. This award was established by Paul R. Vella, a member of the class of 1996, and it honors a member of the graduating class who has done outstanding work in the sequence of criminal law courses and who has also completed a summer internship with the state's attorney's office as a 7-Eleven licensee. The 2016 Clover Family Award, sponsored by the Clover family, goes to Nicholas Atwood. This award is given each year to the student who graduates with the highest number of legal volunteer hours during his or her 3 years at the College of Law. The Edward F. Diedrich Award is presented to Matthew Flores. Okay. Well, if he were here, I would tell him that this award is generously provided by the Cosentino Law Firm and is presented to a graduating student whose community service demonstrates a strong interest in protecting the civil rights of the underprivileged members of our community. This year's recipient of the Clinical Legal Education Association Award is Jason Hawk. CLEA is a national organization advocating for clinical legal education as fundamental to the education of lawyers. Among the criteria for the award are excellence in fieldwork and seminar components of clinical coursework, determined in part by the quality of a student's performance in assisting or representing individual clients, or in undertaking group advocacy or policy reform projects. This year's winner of the Alumni Council Prize is Ricky Lee Moser. This prize is funded by alumni contributions and is awarded annually to the student who writes the best essay on commitment to law. The next awards have already been given out earlier in the spring, but the dean and faculty also wish to honor these achievements here today. Each year, the Northern Illinois University's Presidential Commission on the Status of Women, in cooperation with the Office of the President and other university offices and organizations, recognizes the achievements of outstanding women students on campus. Eligibility is restricted to graduating women students, and selections is based on criteria that includes leadership, community involvement, goals and aspirations, academic performance, and obstacles overcome in pursuit of education. This year, we are very proud to announce that the College of Law has 5 graduating women students who received this honor. Please stand to be recognized when I call your name. Danielle Crystal McNeely. Danielle D'Ambrose. Lilia De La Torre. Ricky Lee Moser. And Patricia Zimmerman. The remaining awards were determined by the vote of the dean and the faculty. The first award is for outstanding contribution to appellate advocacy programs. Honorable mention goes to Cole DeBlay. Please stand. The award for outstanding contribution to appellate advocacy in 2016 is presented to Danielle D'Ambrose. The dean and faculty also voted to recognize those members of the graduating class who have made an outstanding contribution to trial advocacy programs. This year, honorable mention goes to Lauren Van Diggelen. The 2016 award for outstanding contribution to trial advocacy is presented to Andrea Deviney Stoner. Next, the dean and the faculty wish to honor those students who've made an outstanding contribution to scholarly publications. For this award, honorable mention goes to Cora Moy. The 2016 honor for outstanding contribution to scholarly publications is presented to Maureen Dowling. The Marla Dickerson Award was established in honor of Ms. Marla Dickerson, a member of the class of 1996. It is presented to the graduating student who, in the view of the dean and the faculty, has demonstrated the strongest commitment to public interest law. This year, honorable mention goes to Matthew Flores and And the recipient of the Marla Dickerson Award is Ricky Lee Moser. The Thurgood Marshall Award is given annually by the dean and the faculty to the graduating student whose educational performance, extracurricular activities, or community service best epitomize Justice Marshall's deep understanding and commitment to equal justice under law, his or her dedication to the rule of law in a just society, and his or her use of the law as an instrument of social change. Honorable mention for this award goes to Denisa Tamayo. The recipient of the Thurgood Marshall Award for 2016 is Crystal McNeely. The dean and faculty next wish to honor members of the class of 2016 who have made an outstanding contribution to the College of Law community. This year, honorable mention goes to Brian Cunningham. The 2016 award for outstanding contribution to the College of Law community is presented to Patricia Zimmerman. Last, but definitely not least, the recipient of this year's George M. Schur Award for Academic Excellence is Jeffrey Reed. This award is given by the dean and faculty of the College of Law to the member of the graduating class with the highest grade point average for the 6 semesters of study leading to the Juris Doctor degree. The award is made available through the generosity of George M. Schur and his family. Mr. Schur, former general counsel for Northern Illinois University, was a longtime friend, honorary alumnus, and supporter of the College of Law. Please join me in congratulating all of our award winners one more time.
We now come to the most important part of the ceremony and direct our attention to the most important introductions of the afternoon, the members of the class of 2016. The candidates will advance one by one to be individually recognized and receive the symbol of the hood from NIU College of Law Acting Associate Dean Mark Falkoff and Professor of the Year Robert Jones. After all the candidates have been hooded and recognized, Vice President and Provost of Northern Illinois University, Dr. Lisa Freeman, will then formally confer upon the candidates their degrees, using the magic words that Professor Jones mentioned before. Would the first row of candidates please stand and move toward the stage? Greg Anderson, will you call the roll of candidates, please?
Daniel J. Knutson, cum laude. Crystal R. McNeely, cum laude. John Robert Abendroth, summa cum laude. Samantha Eleanor Albrecht, cum laude. Nicholas Alexander Atwood, cum laude. Alicia Ayala. Umar Noor Bhatti. Emma Elizabeth Boyer. Justine Andrea Bagabuisen. James R. Bikama. Yvette J. Cancelere, cum laude. Kinga Eva Chucherko. Claudia Cisneros. Brian Scott Cunningham, cum laude. Danielle D'Ambros, summa cum laude. Austin Scott Davies, cum laude. Lilia De La Torre, cum laude. Cole Michael DeBlay, magna cum laude. Dino Delic, cum laude. Andrea Caitlin Davini Stoner. Maureen E. Dowling, summa cum laude. Joshua Paul Eckberg, summa cum laude. Warren Edward English III. William John Fawkes, magna cum laude. Tara Marie Ferrari, cum laude. Alejandro Emmanuel Figueroa, cum laude. Whitney D. Francisco, hooded by her mother, Geneva Francisco, class of 1998. Laura Eislene Gaydon. Keith LaShawn Garrett, Jr. Aaron Alexandra George, cum laude. Joseph Michael Hagedorn, cum laude. Dawn Marie Harden. Caitlin Marie Hargate, laude. Dana L. Harold, cum laude. Mark Hastings. Jason W. Hall. Jacob Holscher, magna cum laude. Michael R. Holvey, magna cum laude. M. Amabong, U. Ikafia. Christine S. Janis, cum laude. Thaddeus William Joltz, magna cum laude. Christopher Marco Kanovic. Ryan S. Liebforth. Daniel P. Mark, magna cum laude. Todd A. McPencow, cum laude. Michael John Mielik, cum laude. Ricky Lee Mosier, summa cum laude. Cora Moy, cum laude. Michael R. Nealis, magna cum laude. Megan Christine Norgart, magna cum laude. Margaret Mary O'Brien, cum laude. Taylor Ann O'Brien. Matthew Nicholas Palucki, magna cum laude. Caitlin M. Paluska Lawrence. Lucas Howes Park, cum laude. Masoom D. Patel. Rachel W. Peter. Jason J. Polson. Jeffrey Michael Reed, summa cum laude. Cheryl J. Robertson, cum laude. Sean M. Rogers. Gilberto Ruiz. Addison Clark Sadie Water, cum laude. Bree Ann Simcolette. Heather Kelly Scripp. Nathan Michael Smith. Christian E. Solares. Melissa Ann Stapleton. Ryan R. Stodden, magna cum laude. Danessa Tamayo. Jason Brian Tempin, cum laude. Daniel Patrick Thetford, cum laude. Lauren Marie Van Diggelen. Gianna Ventacinque. Benjamin Wagner, cum laude. Sarah Catherine Wallen. Brian Michael Wiley, cum laude. Whitney Ray Wilkinson, summa cum laude. John G. Weish. Patricia L. Zimmerman, cum laude.
No. We do have one more very important thing to do. Provost Freeman, on behalf of the faculty of Northern Illinois University College of Law, I recommend to you this group of students and their fellows in absentia who have presented themselves today for recognition.
Our commencement exercise today recognizes the academic achievements of the graduates of the College of Law and the preparation that they have received to lead productive and useful lives as members of the legal profession and of society. Graduates, please stand. By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, and as Executive Vice President and Provost of Northern Illinois University, I hereby formally confer upon each of you who has been certified by the College of Law faculty as having successfully completed the prescribed requirements, the Juris Doctor degree of Northern Illinois University. Accordingly, you are vested with all the privileges and responsibilities appropriate to that degree, and at this moment become alumni of Northern Illinois University. Congratulations.
I too would like to say welcome as alumni of Northern Illinois University College of Law. This is not the end of our relationship, it's simply a new chapter, one in which we will continue to support you in your future endeavors, and we look forward to your support in the law school's mission. Remember, our doors are always open to you, and we hope to see you often. This brings to a close the 2016 commencement ceremony for the Northern Illinois University College of Law. You're invited to join us at a reception in the ballroom next door in that direction. Also, please feel free to walk across the street and take a tour of the College of Law and see where your favorite graduate spent the last 3 years of his or her life. Finally, I would ask that the members of the audience stay seated until the platform party and the graduates have all had an opportunity to exit the auditorium. Thank you.